Hello wrestling fans, the Wrestling Wizard here and welcome to another video. Now it feels so good to have Randy Orton back in WWE and the guy looks like $1 million. Honestly, the guy doesn't age. He's looking absolutely jacked, arguably in the best physical shape of his career. And he hasn't missed a step in the ring as well. He hasn't missed a beat. His RKOs feel like a foot higher. His power slams feel like twice as quick. And I don't think this is the last of Randy Orton at the top level. I honestly think he's got another world championship run in him when the time is right. And I believe Triple H has got massive plans for the Viper. Now, for now, I like the direction that they're going in with Randy Orton. Clearly, he was going to return a babyface. But remember what Wade Barrett said on Randy Orton's Raw return when he was making his way to the ring. For now, it looks like we got happy Randy. We know inevitably down the line, Randy Orton will turn heel because I think we can all agree the best version of Randy Orton is heel Randy. Heel Randy in 2009, 2010 was literally untouchable. A villainous Randy Orton heel is what we need to see on our WWE screens. But I get it, he's come back, fans are happy to see him. It makes sense to lap up this babyface persona for now. And why not? If he's going to feud with Judgment Day, for example, then it makes sense to do that as a babyface, as Judgment Day are clearly heels. And the fact that Randy Orton cut right to the chase and said, look, I've got unfinished business with the Bloodline and a bag full of receipts to deliver in the form of the RKO. So clearly, as a babyface version of Randy Orton, he can take on these heel factions, these heel superstars. It just makes a lot of sense. But I love the subtle hints with the Wade Barrett line. And of course, when Randy Orton said, I've got receipts for every single member. And I think this includes former members. There's no way, maybe for now, yes, it appears that Jey Uso and Randy Orton are on the same page. But snake in a cage is still a snake, right? To quote Bray Wyatt. Rest in peace, brother. We miss you every single day. And you can't trust the Viper. You can't trust the Apex Predator. He's at the top of the chain, right? And he's going to smell blood. And I think down the line, of course, we're going to see an RKO on Jey Uso. It's going to happen. It's going to be every member that was involved in that attack that tried to put Randy Orton on the shelf permanently. Now, before Randy Orton was put on the shelf via the Bloodline, if we're going full-on kayfabe here, that there were plans for Randy Orton and Roman Reigns to have a feud together. And I believe, of course, they're going to want to capitalise on that once more. Of course, with Roman Reigns being on this historic run, it just makes sense for someone of the caliber of Randy Orton to get a shot, because that's a match that you can get invested in, because Randy Orton has a genuine chance in beating Roman Reigns, dethroning Roman Reigns. It's believable. Now, yes, Roman Reigns would probably retain in that situation, but it's a believable, credible opponent for the Tribal Chief, and we can enjoy the journey every step of the way. Just imagine the segments with Randy Orton, Paul Heyman, Solo Sikoa, Jimmy Uso, Roman Reigns. It'd be next level. And of course, Randy Orton might get a partner along the way there as well in Cody Rhodes. You know, what are they going to do with Cody Rhodes? Is he going to have to go the traditional route with the Royal Rumble to win that, to get a shot at Roman Reigns? What happens if Randy Orton takes on Roman, loses, Cody Rhodes takes on Roman the second time, gets the victory? Are we then going to get Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton in a feud post WrestleMania? There's so many possibilities along the way. Does Jey Uso take the title off Seth Rollins in terms of the World Championship scene? Does Drew McIntyre take the title off Seth Rollins and go into WrestleMania season as the world champion? The possibilities are endless. You could have Randy Orton and Drew McIntyre revisit their feud for the world title. There is so many possibilities, but I think for now, just milk that babyface version of Randy Orton, which might feel in kayfabe that he's playing along just for the sake of getting on to bigger and better things in the future, i.e. getting revenge on all the former members of the Bloodline in Jey Uso and then turning on Cody, etc. Remember, this is Randy Orton, and if you know Randy Orton as good as a lot of fans do, you can never trust a Viper. He could strike at any time. Also, remember what Randy Orton said, the fact that he can forgive, but he can't forget. That felt like a very fiendish comment. Maybe that was a tribute to Bray. I hope so anyway. But in summary, Randy Orton hasn't forgotten, and anybody that has crossed his path in the past is going to pay. And that's probably including Jey Uso. Certainly including the Bloodline, and he's going to go on and get his revenge, I'm sure. And I love the little details. I love the interaction between Rhea Ripley and Randy Orton. I thought Rhea Ripley really held her own against the Viper. Loved the daddy's back line, of course, from Orton. That was awesome. The fans teasing an RKO as well. They wanted to see Randy Orton deliver an RKO on Rhea. And I thought it was great because in time, Randy Orton's going to get to the Bloodline. But for now, Rhea is threatened that now he is on the radar of the Judgment Day. I especially liked it when Rhea mentioned the Undisputed Tag titles. The fact that Damian Priest and Finn Balor hold those titles. The titles that Randy Orton nearly ended his WWE career fighting for alongside Matt Riddle. I love that because it showed the power play with Judgment Day. Yes, they lost at Survivor Series War Games, but that was just a bump in the road. They hold most of the gold within WWE. I love that. I thought it made Rhea look really strong, to be honest with you. But what do you think? How would you like to see Randy Orton booked moving forward? And when do you think they're going to turn him heel? When do you think is going to be the right time and place? I could see a Raw after WrestleMania, Cody Rhodes parading the Undisputed title around. If, a big if, he beats Roman Reigns, even gets a shot at Roman Reigns at Mania a second time, and then we get a program between Orton and Rhodes, and in the meantime, Orton feuds with Judgment Day, then the Bloodline maybe comes up short with the Bloodline, and that's how you work in the friction between Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton. But you can never trust the Randy Orton character. You really can't. He could turn, he could strike at any time, and that's what's so intriguing. I feel that he's holding back a lot. He's been very smart the way he interacted with Jey Uso. You know, the wink, you know, sort of signifying that it's every member, past and present. Just so many layers to this. WWE is in an amazing place. I feel like a kid in a candy store getting spoilt with all these superstars coming back. And I genuinely believe that WWE in 2024 is going to be one of the biggest years of all time within the company. I can honestly see it. But what do you think? Get down in the comment section, share your thoughts and opinions. And as always, it'd be very much appreciated if you could like the video, share the video, and even better, subscribe if you're new.